Mike, Cage Titans 69. What a way to start the year. How are you feeling about it?
Man, it's an incredible night. You know, honestly, I've said it, a bunch of times over this weekend. You know, last year in 2024, I really think we kind of, I want to say after 14 years, you say like, oh, it came into our own, but like we really did. Like last year was a breakout year for us. You have the Giannetti Barrett fight mid-year, Cage Titans 66. It's like, how do we top that? That's just the constant question we got. It's just like, how are we? And this show actually broke gate and attendance records of the Barrett versus Giannetti fight last year, which was a record. So like, it's just incredible. Every year we just find ways, and it's 15 years in, man. It's just like, what's the next show gonna bring? And yeah, man, crazy night, and Cage Titans 69 in the books, and first fight of 2025.
What surprises do you have for the next fight?
Ooh, I can't tell you. You're gonna have to tune into our social media in the next few weeks. We got, next week or so. We got a couple fights up our sleeve, some returning guys that people are gonna be excited about. You're gonna have to tune in. I was trying to get a couple. I've been liking to have fights ready to announce like the show before, which fans have really been tying themselves like enjoying. I have a pretty big one that we were probably 99% ready to pull the trigger tonight. We just couldn't do it. But stay tuned this week. We'll have our main event for March 22nd, Cage Titans 70 this week.
Now, Hillary mentioned that it would be cool to have a title fight for the women division, female division. What are your thoughts on that?
Listen, the female fights always are incredible. I mean, the fact that we had 3 female fights on this card is amazing. But I'll say this, and I say this tongue-in-cheek a little bit, but if I never matched a female fight ever again in my life, or I'm going to be equal, or a male heavyweight fight, I'd be happy. It's just so hard to find people in those weight classes, in those divisions. So it's so difficult, and it's so stressful on me trying to get somebody, and then you finally find somebody, and then if something happens, like there's no chance you get a replacement. So it's very hard. But Hillary did ask me, and I said, if you do your part, I'll do my part and see what we can do, and try to crown a female champion. And she just made it even harder on me by going to atom weight. Like it's like 115 is hard to find fights for female division. Now you're going to 105. Come on, Hillary, you're killing me, girl. But when she keeps putting on performances like that, like she's really found her stride. She was always kind of juggling a win, juggling a loss, back and forth. And she's really found herself in 2024. She got that rematch victory against Gabby Golfin. She had an incredible lights-out performance to go against Katie Perez. And then tonight, she just pitching shutouts, fight after fight. She's really found her stride. And we'll see what happens.
So I'm hearing 115 title fight. Is that what I'm hearing?
105 she wants.
But she'll do also 115.
Okay, fine. If it's 115, that might give me some better options. So we'll see. Yeah, 115. I like that.
Because she's looking for, I think, double title, maybe 105 and 115. I'm just saying.
All right, listen. It's hard with her performances like that. It's hard to say no. And Hillary knows this because she has a habit of cornering me and putting me on the spot. That's how she got her first commentary gig. She literally came off the mat at Lowe's Ons when she saw me drop some tickets off. And she's like, "You can't let me commentate." And I was just like, "Sure." She's like, "I'm going to hold you to it." I'm like, "All right, cool." So yeah, we'll see. Whatever. Hillary's on top of the world tonight. So whatever Hillary wants, I'll tell her.
Hillary gets.
There you go. What are you showing me pictures of? I can't see it from back there.
Carlos Lasoya?
I talked to Carlos Lasoya. He's been a name that's floated around for a long time with Cage Titans. And we've been close to a couple times getting fights. They just never panned out. But yeah, 2025, we'll see Carlos. What else you got?
So we unfortunately lost our co-main event when Andrew Valdina got injured. Is that fight you want to reschedule, or would you go to Carlos Lasoya, or what's the plan or ideas?
Yeah, man. Listen, I've had a great relationship with the party. I have a great relationship with Valdina, and this is kind of like that Stipe versus John Jones fight. They both want each other, and they're both kind of willing to wait for the other. Valdina obviously, had that injury. He's going to kind of keep him out of action. We couldn't reschedule it immediately for March. And Valdina said to me, he's like, listen, I love Cage Titans. I want to fight the party. I want to fight him for the title. But like, if business has to go on because I'm not ready for March and you don't want to wait till May, he's like, I understand. You can let him fight somebody else, and I won't, take offense to it. But Party was like, I'll wait for him, and that's the fight the fans want. So it's definitely something. It looks like we're going to be doing that on our May 27th show, Cage Titans 71. So, not March.
What's the biggest thing that surprised you tonight? Or something that you just really loved tonight?
Man, so there were so many incredible moments. You go back to the early fights in the earlier, the guys from Teixeira MMA, insane, man. They had some incredible performances in the first two fights. And I was really impressed with, Rafael. He was scheduled to fight MMA, and he switched to Muay Thai because his opponent fell out, and the kid was just, man, that was his first Muay Thai fight, and his hands were lethal. It just shows you what's going on over at Globus School. Like, they got Alice Behar, and obviously, and they're firing on all cylinders. So they had an incredible couple performances. I hope to see those guys back. Drew Arpin's performance was insane. The place was going bananas for these guys. And then Bulldog choke, it was just incredible transitions. And if you remember Arpin, his debut was against Sandy Muniz, and he broke his orbital. He had to cancel his family vacation because he couldn't get on a plane. Like, he just had a horrible first experience. And to see him come back and put on a performance like that, that was exciting. Female fights really brought it. Tara Ramsey and Ariana Muchacho, incredible fight. We had like a little round robin, so to speak, with those four girls. So maybe we can see one of those two, the two winners face off at the next card. Eder Gomez and Tristan Wood. Tristan's first performance, incredible. Then you jump to the pro cards. I mean, I'm just gonna go over every damn fight. That's what I do. I feel bad when I don't list somebody, but Ron Marshall looked great in that fight against Ozzy, and Ozzy took on a super tough veteran. You see guys making their pro debuts, and they usually get a few layups. Ozzy's just not that guy. And, he had a really tough fight in his debut, and he passed with flying colors. Like, he had a little adversity, and he pushed through it. We already talked about Hillary, Jack Condon. I mean, come on, man. The Jack Condon train just keeps chugging along, and he's a big boy. He brings big power. And, incredible fights all around. Tommy Pags, great night overall.
And what do you do with people like Jack Condon and Tom Pags that are like the top of New England? Hard to find fights at this point for them.
Yeah, that's what I said to Tommy Pags afterwards. Like, I'm excited that you had your first fight with Cage Titans after 9 pro fights. He's finally down or up, or whatever you want to say. At Cage Titans, he wins this title, and it's like, all right, I want to see you sticking around. But at the same time, it's like, listen, man, what else does that kid have to do? What else does he have to do down here at New England? There's not really much else. He just kind of pushed himself to the top of the pile. So yeah, man. And then Jack's ready to return in March. Miguel Silvestrin's coming back in March. So I'm sure his roommate Jack will look to get right back in there. Didn't really take much damage. Jack had his first fall last year against John Piersmer, and he's looking incredible and unstoppable ever since. So, yeah, big things. We'll see.
And Zachary, something to ask about this person. I don't know who this is. Jesse James Kosakowski. I think that name ring a bell.
Oh, I saw him back after 5 years layoff. And Jesse was an incredible fighter, and he had I think he had back surgery or something crazy like that. That would be an insane fight. Jesse is a very tough fighter, and I mean, that could be potential. Be good potential there.
And this event, you add the overhead camera. Any ideas what you're gonna do to innovate Cage Titans for Cage Titans 70 yet?
So we had some new graphics that we did with the corner cams and the corner mics. We had the overhead cam. I'm always critical of myself; it wasn't centered. So, but we realized once we flew the truss, like, you can't really get back up there to center it. So we're gonna kind of tweak that. We're working on a few things. Listen, you always got to continually try to raise your bar. You got to continually try to push, and come up with new things. So, we'll see. We'll get some more. We're going to probably tweak the broadcast a little bit more. For so many years we've focused on the live event, and we've kind of done everything you can do inside the venue. So now we can start tweaking that at-home audience, because as we build our viewership, we want to kind of give them some bells and whistles too.
We have another one.
Oh my goodness.
It's Heaven.
Regivaldo.
Cavallo.
Cavallo.
I saw Reggie today. I said hello to him. And,
He was in the corner.
Yeah, he was in the corner for the Teixeira guys. Yeah, listen, man, listen. Cage Titans is open for business. You know, if people want to fight for us, you know, I'm not hard to find. You know, I will say this. I should say this to everybody that, you know, if they're listening. Like, I respect if you typically fight for other promotions. I'm not that guy that's going to drop you a DM and be like, oh, you want to come fight for Cage Titans? So, if I haven't hit you up, you know, like a guy like Reggie, like, I'm not going to hit him up because he's fights for other promotions, so I try to be respectful. But, you know, if people are open and they're available, you know, they can reach out and I'd be more than happy to, you know, put them on the stage and promote them and just kind of, you know, do what we do. That's it, man. What do you got? Nothing else? I got nothing. Matt, you got anything? Anybody?
I would love to be a Stitch guy.
Oh, my Stitch guy. Oh, so somebody got Stitch up. So usually after the show, I can't hang out with you guys because only people want to look after me for money, and that's what the Stitch guy wants. They charge us to Stitch Star Fighters, so I gotta go pay him.
Awesome. Thank you, Mike.
Thanks so much.
Thank you, Mike.
Woo. Exactly, right? He wants money.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You notice how all the good
Here's your-
questions?
Those
came
are
from
good
me?
questions.
Yeah, from me.
They were amazing. I didn't know how to. You're good at pronouncing those names.
Yeah, because I'm not racist like you. But look, Jesse James.